These are the new Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless headphones. Now, the Momentum line has always scored well with us overall, and Sennheiser is known for making great sounding headphones. But let's be honest here. Today, there's no getting around this. If you're putting out a new wireless noise canceling headphone, you're gonna get compared to the Sony XM series. So how's that working out? Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caleb Dennison, and when I heard the new Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless headphones were coming out and that I was going to get to review them, I got pretty excited. I generally enjoy Sennheiser's approach to sound, whether it's from their microphones or their headphones, and every year the Momentum line has just gotten better and better. So I've been eager to see how the Momentum 4 would turn out. Now, at this point, I've spent a good amount of time with these headphones, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you can expect from the Momentum 4 wireless. Plus, I'm gonna make this sort of a 2-in-1 video. Not only will I be talking about the Momentum 4 on their own merits, but I'm also gonna compare them to the Sony XM5 and by extension, the Sony XM4, because today you just can't not make that comparison. That's because the Sony XM5 are just the latest version of Sony's dominance in this space. You've seen the reviews, you know that the XM3, the XM4, and now the XM5 have been and continue to be at the top of many best headphones lists. They receive almost universal praise from everyone who uses them. These are the headphones to beat. And I don't think there's any dancing around the fact that that's exactly what Sennheiser aims to do with the Momentum 4 wireless. So let's see how they do. Before I dive in, here's my latest stab at encouraging you to click the things that YouTubers always ask you to click to support their channel. There it is. Also, in case you weren't aware, we are well on our way to hitting the 1 million subscriber mark. And when we do, we are going to have a killer giveaway contest, but you have to be subscribed to be eligible. So you know the rest. By the way, I have one of the big prizes locked down and you do not want to miss out. Just saying. All right, headphone review time. So from a stylistic standpoint, the Momentum 4 wireless are a bit of a departure from previous versions. If you remember the Momentum 3 wireless, they had a very distinctive Sennheiser-y look to them. The Momentum 4 wireless look a bit more conventional, so they don't stand out quite as much, but they still have some furnishings that make them feel special. The case is exactly what you'd expect. A zippered, reinforced, soft-sided deal that holds the headphones, a USB-C charging cable, headphone cable, and my old, increasingly irrelevant friend, the airline adapter. The case material matches exactly what you'll find on the exterior of the headband. And speaking of the headband, you've got a modest amount of padding on the underside, coated in that grippy silicone stuff you know. And further down, you can see a pretty conventional yoke with the ear cups attached. The build quality feels great and the materials are resilient to my twist test, so I think they're gonna hold up well over time. The ear pads are luxuriously soft and squishy, and when I put them on, they are instantly comfortable. Kind of a familiar feeling, actually. Now, I was a little concerned at the lack of padding on the headband, but the clamping force, the total weight, and the balance of these headphones keeps them plenty comfortable for long periods. More on that in just a moment. The headphones have just one button that you can actually press. You quickly press it to call up your phone's digital assistant, press it 3 seconds to turn them on or off, and pressing it 5 seconds puts them in pairing mode. But here's the thing. They have an awesome auto power feature, and if they don't connect to a previously connected device, they go into pairing mode automatically. So even though I think it's silly that 2 commands are separated by 2 seconds of pressing, it ended up being a non-issue. The rest of the controls for music and calls are on the surface of the right ear cup. So you tap to play or pause, swipe back and forth to advance or go back a track, swipe up and down for volume. The controls for phone calls kick in when you receive or are on a call. And the left ear cup does nothing except make sound. Now for some important specs. The Momentum 4 wireless use Bluetooth version 5.2 with AAC, aptX, and aptX adaptive codec support. As for battery life, get this, 60 hours. That's double the XM5 for reference. Now, I haven't been able to use the headphones long enough to test that claim, but Sennheiser has never lied to us before, and I don't have any reason to think they're doing so now. Side note for y'all watching on YouTube, I'll pin a comment about real-life battery performance and quick chargeability once I've had a chance to really test it. It's been kind of hard to break these in or test the battery though, because the sensor built into the ear cups is remarkably good at knowing whether they're on an ear or just on the side of your head. I can't seem to trick them. Maybe if I had a mannequin head with anatomically correct ears on it, but I don't have that. Anyway, there is, as you might expect, an app that you can use with the Momentum Wireless 4, and it offers some decent functionality. As you can see here, you can adjust the ANC to be automated or manually control how effective the ANC is, from block it all out all the way down to transparency mode. You can set zones, so the headphones adopt a custom ANC or EQ setting based on zones that you tag and name, like office or car. And as I just suggested, there's EQ control to tailor the sound to your liking, though to be honest, I found no need to touch it myself. Now, before I get into sound quality, let's do a sort of recap, but in comparison to the Sony XM5. And really, this kind of applies to the XM4 as well, which are a little less expensive and still highly recommended today. So the case is similar, the accessories are similar, the build quality and materials are similar, the style is similar, the comfort is similar, but I do lean a little toward the Sennheiser in the comfort zone. Where we really start to see some differences are in the battery life, which, as I just mentioned, Sennheiser claims to be double that of the XM5. As for the apps, with the Sony app, you get some more toys to tinker around with, but for me, that stuff is all just kind of extra, to be honest. And then with the supported codecs, you get some aptX action with the Sennheiser and some LDAC with the Sony. No real advantages there for me, but you may feel differently. So I'd say it's really close so far, but with the comfort and battery life, the Momentum 4 Wireless have a slight lead right now. Still, for me, it's really going to come down to sound quality, ANC effectiveness, call quality to a slightly lesser degree, and of course, price. So let's get that last one dealt with first. The Momentum 4 Wireless come in $50 less than the Sony XM5, at least at release, and at the same price as what the Sony XM4 are going for. So we're in the same ballpark, right? But the latest from Sennheiser is less than the latest from Sony. Now, as for noise canceling, this is an area in which Sony has not just had an upper hand, but kind of dominated. And I still feel that the Sony XM5 have the most broadly effective noise canceling you can get today. But the Momentum Wireless 4, they are right on Sony's heels now. It's close enough that when I was playing music or movies or even podcasts, it was super difficult for me to tell a difference. In fact, to hear any difference in the ANC effectiveness at all, I had to turn off the music and just A/B compare the two in a variety of noisy places. And when I did that, the Sony superiority was just way more obvious. It just quiets down the outside world more effectively and quiets a wider range of noises. Now, they both have adaptive ANC, so they can target the hum of an airplane engine or the wash of road noise in a vehicle, but the Sony wins, no doubt. As for call quality, it was pretty close until I got into some noisy places, and then the Sony's superiority at quieting the noise around me so that the caller on the other end didn't hear it was pretty obvious. The Momentum Wireless 4 do quiet surrounding noises for phone calls, but the Sony just do it more effectively. In fact, you can kind of hear the Sony headphones cutting it out. It's like a noise gate kicks in. Otherwise, you might never know if somebody was calling you from their quiet office or a noisy restaurant. I also feel like the Sony do a slightly better job of quieting noises around me for what I hear in the headphones, while still allowing me to hear my own voice. Now, one area in which the Momentum 4 Wireless are significantly better for calls is wind noise. Wind noise was immediately removed for both myself and the person on the other end of the call, and that alone, I think, is a huge plus. Now, my friends, we have finally come to sound quality, and let me not mince words here. The Sennheiser Momentum 4 Wireless have better sound quality. Now let's start with the most obvious thing, and that's the bass performance. The Momentum have noticeably deeper bass than the Sony XM5, and there's just a bit more punch to the bass as well. They do tend to be slightly bass forward headphones, which has always been part of the Momentum brand for Sennheiser, and I'm here for it. But it's not just more bass, it's also better bass. Otherwise, the Momentum have a more open, spacious sound to them. With the Sony XM5, you get more of an in-your-head sort of sound, which has its appeal, but the Momentum 4 Wireless have a wider, deeper soundstage. Also, the highs are more refined, more detailed, and more textured. Like, I listen to music with a lot of brass, and brass texture and overtones were so gorgeous on the Momentum 4. I also enjoyed the clarity of vocals. Like, I never felt that the XM5 were congested. It's just that the Momentum 4 are so open and free breathing. In the end, I have to say I have more fun listening to music on the Momentum 4 Wireless. There's more to dig into, more to notice. Now, if you're a more passive listener, some of the detail may be lost on you, but it doesn't take an audiophile to hear the difference here. The Momentum 4 just have better sound quality, period. So which should you buy? Well, I'd say that if you're a frequent flyer, if you do a lot of business on the road, and I do mean like actually on the road or while walking around, you make some important calls, and how you sound on the other end of the line matters, then you want the Sony XM5. They have better overall ANC and call quality. For just about every other reason though, it's the Momentum 4 Wireless for me. I mean, I'm gonna spend a few weeks with both, got a few more flights coming, but right now, the Momentum 4 Wireless stand a very good chance of going into my backpack and staying there. They are tremendously good headphones, and the fact that they come in under the XM5 in price makes them a truly compelling option. Check them out. I think you'll love them. Thanks as always for watching, everyone. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe because I have yet another set of headphones coming that could end up giving both the XM5 and Momentum 4 a run for their money, and you don't want to miss that. I'll see you again soon, and in the meantime, here's 2 other videos I think you might like.